Duluth Mayor Herb Bergson says he's decided not to run for another term. He's on our show this evening, live. Local hospitals clamp down on any smoking on their property. And kids who are thinking about playing sports this summer should also be thinking about serious protection. Good evening. Duluth Mayor Herb Bergson says he will not seek re-election. He made the announcement this afternoon saying the move is to help the city overcome its multi-million-dollar retiree health care liability. Edward Moody is here. Edward, help us make the connection between the mayor not seeking re-election and the retiree health care problem.
Well, Pat, here's basically what it is. Mayor Bergson is saying by not seeking re-election, part of the reason he's doing that is to take some of the political junk out of finding a solution. He said earlier today that when he presented a concession plan to the city council 7 months ago, some of the councilors, he believes, didn't approve that plan because of some political posturing. So now part of what the mayor is saying is that by taking himself out of the next election, he's doing away with the political posturing. No one has to worry about his administration getting the glory for fixing the retiree healthcare crisis. To tell us more about that, we are joined once again exclusively here in the Northlands News Center by Mayor Herb Bergson. Mayor, you just heard me give that description of the reasons you gave earlier today for why you won't be seeking a second term. Anything you want to add to that?
Well, of course, there's the two scenarios. One scenario is that we don't fix it, in which case I don't want to be in that office. I mean, this problem's been let go for 23 years, and it's humongous. And the other scenario is that we do fix it, and it's very painful and causes a lot of hard feelings. And having enemies to work with the next 4 years, I don't like that scenario either. So let's fix it.
Now, Mr. Mayor, there are people I have talked to today who say that, you know, that may not be the complete story. As we all know, you have run into some political pitfalls in the past year. There was the firing of Mark Winston, your drunken driving arrest, and most recently the investigation into leaked documents, state documents to the DNT, Duluth News Tribune. Some people would say that you are using the retiree health care crisis as a way of backing out of election, that for those reasons you can't win.
Well, I'd say to you that none of those issues came into consideration when my wife and I discussed this. Not in the least. We didn't even discuss those issues. The bottom line here is, let's talk about the leaked document. I mean, we stopped a direct conduit of $1.3 million from the city taxpayer coffers to an agency where a woman was making $126,000 a year and her assistant was making $95,000.
So you're saying that those had nothing to do with this decision? Nothing to do?
Absolutely not. The average person on the street respects someone that's willing to stand up for the right reasons. And in these cases, I've made mistakes, and I've acknowledged them. But I will not accept any blame or fault on this ridiculous leaked document thing. And I tell the council, knock yourself out. Come on, go to town with it.
Let's talk about you stepping down. Do you think that will render you a lame duck mayor? Will you be ineffective now? Is that a concern after you've made this announcement?
No, I actually think it allows me to be a little more effective, especially on this issue. You know, when I brought that concession package to the council 7 months ago, I didn't have one city councilor say, take it off the table, let's accept it. It was a gift, a total gift. It didn't cost us anything. It was a total gift by the union back to the city. So I was 0 for 9. I can't go 0 for 10, so let's see what happens. I guess we'll find out if I'm less or more powerful as a result of saying I'm not going to run. But the bottom line is, for the citizens of Duluth, we owe it to them to fix this problem and set politics aside.
You said earlier today in the news conference that you will soon be exercising that and finding out whether you still hold some political clout, because you will be bringing another concession plan to the city council soon. Is there anything you can tell us about what's going on with the retiree health care crisis and solving it right now?
Well, we do have a package that we're at least close to bringing back to the council, and I want to make sure when I bring it back, it doesn't fail for the same reasons it failed last time. This time, we're not going to allow meddling. We're not going to allow politics to enter into it. It's going to be a thumbs up or thumbs down. And I hope we can bring at least the same deal back. I don't know if we can or not. I want to bring back the same deal and more if I possibly can.
Any details you can give us about what more you may want?
Well, the true savings come from spreading the savings across the board. The retirees are eligible for the same benefits as the actives, and that's where the savings are. And that's going to be one of those things that doesn't make me any friends and would make it a miserable 4 years if we solve the problem. And my heart goes out to those people, but the problem was in letting it go and not funding it. I don't blame the employees or the retirees for getting this benefit. I blame the administrations for not funding it. That's the problem.
Right. Mr. Mayor, thank you. Thank you for talking with us. I know it's been a long day for you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, there you have it. Mayor Herb Bergson answering the questions that are on everyone's mind today, live here on our station. We will have more on this story coming up from Dan Hanger in this show and on NBC6 at 6 o'clock. Pat, back to you.
Edward Moody, thank you. As Ed said, our Dan Hanger did speak with some of those councilors today, including Council President Roger Reinert, to get their reactions to the mayor's announcement. He joins us now in the News Center with more. Dan?
Pat, the 4 councilors we met up with today say they didn't see this coming. They say the mayor has had some tough issues on his plate, especially with the unfunded retiree health care liability.
He talked about the retiree health care issue and wanting to take himself out of just the politics that have grown up around it, and it is really unfortunate. It's become a very politicized issue.
I'm surprised. I don't think any of the councilors were aware he was going to be holding this press conference today, so it's surprising news.
Now he can put aside that political pressure and say what is right for the city and do that. Provide the leadership that we really need from the administration, provide the leadership to the council, to the taxpayer, to the unions, to every other concerned citizen with retiree health.
And I think we were on track to resolving the retiree health care issue. We've had some good economic development successes. I think some significant gains through the leadership of the mayor have been made on social issues. And so I guess I'm kind of disappointed. I thought that things were moving ahead nicely in a lot of respects.
Now, I also asked all the councilors if they plan to run for mayor. Roger Reinert says he's not going to run. Councilor Gilbert said he hadn't thought about it because he expected the Mayor Bergson to run for re-election. Little and Stauber said they haven't given it much thought either. Back to you.